Hi everyone, welcome to Karen from TilleyKrafts.stampinupuk.net. Nearly forgot who I was then. Thank you for joining me today. Today's the 1st of March and it's the Stamp Around the UK video hop. And the theme for this month is a sketch challenge. And I was given the task of making a sketch for everybody to follow. So let me just show you my sketch. So this is my sketch I made. So it's to do a sketch like this or something similar and incorporate how you want, and it's like your interpretation of it, so it doesn't have to be perfectly like this. So I'm just going to pop that up there. I'm going to use the right words, and I like this sending good vibes, and this is quite new to me. I have been using the happy birthday, but I haven't been using any of the others. So I thought I'd just show you how I put my labels on my stamps. And this is the way that I found it's the easiest for me anyway. So I'm wanting sending good vibes. So I'm going to peel off all of it. I need a bit bigger block actually, just so that I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to stick that down there like so. Let's just pop that back in there. Let's put this happy birthday away because I've used that. And I've got my sending good vibes. And then I usually just pull up. Oops, I can get it. I should have probably done this first, but I might. Let's take this off and this one off. Oops. Karen, come on. There we go. And then you've got your sending good vibes, so pop it down. And then, is that the right way around? Nope. And then I just go over the top of it and line it up and pick up a stamp, and that's the easiest way I've found, if I can get it up, the easiest way I've found to do it. And I'm just going to mount it on this little block. I like my little blocks. So we're going to be using that. And I've also pulled out a couple of embossing folders. So I've got one with hearts on, which is quite pretty, but I don't think I'll use that today. This one I've not even opened yet, so let's open it and see what it's like. And this is called the Lovely Stripes Embossing Folder. That's quite nice actually, isn't it? So we might run a piece through with that. And I've also got exposed brick. Now I'm actually going to do 2 cards because it's just as easy. So I've got some strawberry slush, and I've got a piece of blackberry bliss. So before I show you the papers, I'm just going to run these through my machine. Pop these up here. So it's just off to the side of me. And because we're embossing, I'm going to be using my number 4 plate and my number 1 plate, but nothing else. So I think we will do the blackberry bliss in here. So depending on which way you want the stripes, but I like them that way. And it's all lined up. So we put it in hinge first so it doesn't damage it. Put the plate on top and just run it through. And it does make that clanking sound, but don't worry about that. And that's one, that's lovely. And then we'll do this one, strawberry slush, in the exposed brick. And do the same again, hinge first, pop the plate on and run it through. And then we have, oops, Get it out. There we go. The exposed brick. Both of them are lovely. I'm just going to pop this down so I've got a bit of room. Oh. So the papers I'm going to be using are called Beach Broadwalk. So they're beautiful, these. So we've got like a mottled effect on the back, and we've got like a Ferris wheel, ice cream tickets, and palm trees. We've got this lovely one that looks, reminds me of the sea with the sun on it, even though it's pink, and that's got palm trees on it. Then we've got one that's got the pinks in it. I love this one. We've used a bit of this. And we've got this one in Pool Party that's similar to the other one. And that's got like all these tickets on it, which are quite fun. Then we've got like clouds. Well, I think they're clouds. And this is water. I love this watery effect. And then we've got sunshines and pink clouds. So I'm just going to pop them over there. And what I've done, there's lots of colours in these. So I've picked out Blackberry Bliss and Bubble Bath. And these are basically just, it's an A4 sheet cut in half, well, scored in half and cut in half. You get 2 card bases. So I've got one of each of those. And I thought we'd do the strawberry slush on here. And this one on here. I like it that way. And then, so following my sketch challenge, I've cut out a little panel of the paper, and I've cut out that one. Now I've gone wrong somewhere. Which one's which? No, see, I can't make my mind up. Was it that one or that one? Let me just get all these bits out. Ah, I know why. Because this one was going to do, I'm just going to show you a different orientation. I'll grab that one on there. And then I've got a little layer. So on this one, it was that. And that's going down there like so. Confusing myself. And then we've got this one that goes on a panel here. And that's for the sentiment. Oof. And I've got 2 bits for the inside, because we want to leave them naked inside. Right, well, I can stick these down now. Right, we'll do this one first. And the measurements don't have to be exact. You can make them wider, longer, fatter, shorter. So obviously this layer is just 1/4 inch smaller than the card base. And for these ones, I've done 1.5 by 4, and that's 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. So this one is actually going to go flat on the card, like so. I'm just giving it like an even border up there. This one was 2 by 2.5, so the layer is 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. And that one is going to, well, I'll do the dimensionals in a minute. I can't stick that down till we've done a bit on it, so let's just stick these bits on here. Love this embossing folder. First time I've used it. I'm just going to put quite a bit of glue on it though, because of all the bumps. Make sure it sticks. There we go. Love that. It's beautiful. Do like that. Oops. This paper's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I might do it different. Might stick that one on dimensionals and put this one on flat. Yeah. Just changing it up a little bit. Give it a bit of a press because of the bobbles on it. Right, and then we want some dimensionals. I'm getting really sticky up today. I don't know why. Let's use this and then I'll get a sticky. And like I was saying before as well, it's a video hop. So please go and have a look at what everybody else has done and see what their take is on it. Because it's great for inspiration. And even though I'm a demonstrator, I still like looking at other demonstrators to get inspiration from them, especially if I'm having a crafty block. Right. Got really, I can't get over how sticky my fingers are. It's because I've been doing a lot of glue. I'll make sure that's the right way up. So I'm going to do that. I like the embossed bits. I'm quite pleased I chose to emboss them because I nearly just did them flat. There we go. Now, ink. I didn't pull any ink out. So that looks a bit skew with actually. Might be alright. So we can either do, I think I'll do Blackberry Bliss on this one and maybe Strawberry Slush on that one. And it would have helped if I got the inks out, wouldn't it? Oh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Strawberry Slush, and I am just going to ink that up and just stamp it, see what it looks like. Oh, that looks lovely. Will this be big enough? No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Where's that? Right. That's better. And because this is lighter than the Blackberry Bliss, I can just stamp it off on here without cleaning it. And I can just bring in my Blackberry Bliss. And yeah. There we go. Both of them done to perfection. And I'm just going to trim these down. I don't think they'll fit in. I've got a new punch. I don't think we'll try. Oh, look at that, it fits. Oops, I can't stop shaking. Look at that, that's brilliant. I'm so pleased. That fits in. I'm just lining it up and then just gently gripping it and just checking I like it, and then I can punch it out. So now I'm changing it up a bit. So I'm going to have that up there. I'm going to have this one down here. And I was going to... So instead of putting it on a thingy, that's good, isn't it? A layer, I am going to just cut a slither. So this is what you mean you can change it up. Oh no, I want this one on. Eesh. Right. So yeah, so you can change it up. That's a bit too not thingy. Let's look at that one. So you can change it up to add it how you want it. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to whoops, put a bit of glue on, pop this down, just try and get it equal, and then I'm just going to take my snips and just snip a bit off to give it a bit of a difference. And we're going to do the same thing with this. I'll fit on there, yeah. There we go, and I'm going to do the same thing again, just snip the ends, and that's that one. Oh, it's coming together really nice. And again, that can just go up on some dimensionals. Too big, no, all right. Let's put a couple of dimensionals on here. And a couple on here. And that's going to come down there on that one. That's going to go up there on that one. Then on my sketch, if I bring this back in, we've got ribbon and we've got some gems. So I'm just going to grab the gems. And we've got the purple ones. Purple fine shimmer gems, they're current. And we've also got strawberry slush. So I'm thinking we might put the strawberry slush on here. And I'll go for, I'm going to go for the lighter ones actually, because they're like, however, they don't show up that well. Let's just see what one of these look like. So would that show up better? Yes. So I'm going to put 3 of these down here. And then we've got 3 down this side. Oops. That's something stuck to that. 1, 2, oops, 2, 3. And because I don't like odd numbers, I'm going to get one of the little ones and I'm going to put it on there. Right, so on this one, these will look quite nice on here. Or we could put the white ones on. Yeah, let's go white. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 down here. 2, 3, and then we'll put one of the little ones. I'll put it on there. I'm liking that. So the only thing missing is ribbon or twine. So I have petunia pop ribbon, but I think it might be a bit too pink to go on there. So the only other ribbon I've got that's current, I should say, is basic beige, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to bring some twine in. And we'll just give it a bit of sparkle. Now these have got a bit of gold in. So I think I'll use a bit of gold on there. So we just have to do a little bow. And the trick I've learnt with this is if you get it in between your fingers and you run it through, it makes it a bit straighter instead of it keep going all curly. So let's have a look. Let's make a little bow. Oops. All fingers and thumbs. Right. There we go, there's one. Ribbon scissors. Put it on that way. That's one little bow. Oops. I think silver would probably look nice on there. Right, you bow, you've got to behave. Right, where's my glue dots? Right. Right. I think that'll just go on there. Nice, that finishes that one off. And we want a bit of silver for the other one. I've already straightened this one, I think. Right. There we go. Let's cut that off there. And again, get another glue dot. Oops. And let's put one on there like that. Quite impressed. Quite impressed. Right, so we just need to put an inner in here. So on these ones you can write on them, but I just want to finish it off. If I can find where I put those two pieces of card. Oh, they're down here. So again, it's just 1/4 inch smaller. And what I was thinking of is if I've got some spare bits. Which one has that got on there? So I've got that one could go on there. Got any other little bits? It's a good way to use up bits that you've got. Trim a little bit off for that one. Oops. And what we'll do is we'll just put a little bit on the bottom with the glue. It just finishes it off inside as well. And this one goes along the bottom. Oops. Just going to run the bone folder along there because there we go. Just flattens it out a little bit, and then just come along with your slips and just trim them off. That's that one. And that one. Oops. Make sure I put it in right. I've done it before where I've had an upside down card. And then with any of the paper you got left, you could always decorate the envelope as well. Right, so there are my 2 cards for the sketch challenge. So that's the same as that, and this one I've just changed the orientation a bit. So please let me know in the comments which one you like best, whether it's the one with the blackberry embossing or the strawberry slush embossing. I don't know. I'm leaning towards this, but I actually really like that. I can't make my mind up. So thank you very much for joining me today. Please don't forget to go and have a look at all the other demonstrators. We've used the beach boardwalk paper, a couple of new embossing, well, that's an old embossing folder, the exposed brick, and this is the stripes one, which is a new one, and that's the paper. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next month, which will be April. So thank you. Bye bye.